Have you ever stopped to think that 99% of diseases could simply disappear from your life? Yes, that's right. Digestive problems, extreme fatigue, inflammation, body aches, and even more serious diseases like high blood pressure and diabetes could be avoided if you stopped eating certain foods that are literally rotting inside your gut. Sounds like an exaggeration. Well, I guarantee you, it's not. Modern medicine only focuses on treating symptoms, but what hardly anyone talks about is that the root of all diseases is in what you put inside your body. And one of the most respected doctors in the world, Dr. Hiromi Shinya, a top specialist in gut health and a pioneer in painless colonoscopies, discovered this. He's seen over 300,000 patients and revealed that a bad diet is wrecking the health of millions of people. What I'm going to show you in this video could change your life. I'm going to reveal what the foods are that are rotting inside your gut and causing silent diseases. You could be having these foods every day without realizing the damage they're causing. And I just need you to watch this video until the end, because right at the end, I'm going to hand over an incredible gift, a secret 100% natural recipe kept under wraps and passed down through generations by the old-timers of the blue zones. But what are the blue zones? They are regions of the world where people live for way longer than the average, making it to 100 years or more. And the most impressive thing, without chronic diseases, without medicines, and without suffering. All of this because they follow a lifestyle and a diet that keeps the body healthy and balanced. This recipe can restore your system, boost your digestion, and strengthen your immune system. But listen up, this information isn't available for everyone. You need to watch until the end to get access to this valuable knowledge that the health industry doesn't want you to know. Before we get started, I've just got two favors for you. The first is that you make a commitment, not to me, but to yourself. If you're really willing to look after your health, if you want more quality of life in the next 6 months, a year, 5, 10, or even 30 years, I want you to write in the comments now, I choose to look after my health and live longer and better. This simple phrase might even seem like a load of rubbish, but neuroscience has already proven that when we make a positive statement in public, our brain registers that commitment and boosts our chances of hitting that goal. The second favor is even simpler. Give this video a like and share it right now with everyone you want to see healthy and living for many years. You know there's someone in your family, a friend or someone you know who needs this information to change their life. So don't keep this knowledge just for yourself. I'm certain that person will thank you forever for this valuable content.
Now that you know what you need to do, let's get straight to the point. What is really rotting your gut and causing diseases? Mate, have you ever felt that heavy feeling in your gut? Heartburn, reflux, or even belly aches after a meal? A lot of the time, these symptoms are ignored or treated with medicines that only hide the problem. But the truth is that there's a group of foods that are literally rotting inside your gut and poisoning your system. Dr. Hiromi Shinya, one of the top specialists in gut health in the world, discovered that most diseases start in the gut, and the big reason for this is a bad diet. Some foods that a lot of people eat every day without even realizing are creating a perfect environment for inflammation, toxins, and chronic diseases to pop up. Now, I'm going to show you what these foods are and why they could be the big villains of your health. Processed meats, the silent poison on your plate. Ham, sausages, bacon, salami, and tinned meat might seem harmless, but they are a real danger for the gut. These meats go through factory processes that include nitrates, nitrites, preservatives and other chemicals that over time can cause inflammation in the body and even boost the risk of cancer. On top of that, processed meat takes longer to digest and can end up rotting inside the gut, releasing toxins that harm the liver and weaken the immune system. Dr. Hiromi Shinya always warned that people who have processed meats often have a much higher risk of developing digestive and heart diseases. If you want to improve your health, cut down or get rid of these meats. Go for natural proteins like fresh fish, free-range eggs, and legumes. Milk and dairy, the health myth that could be making you crook. For our whole lives, we hear that milk is good for your bones, But is that really true? Dr. Hiromi Shinya discovered that milk and its products, like cheese, yogurt, and butter, can cause inflammation in the body and the gut. Milk contains a protein called casein, which is hard to digest and can supercharge the production of mucus in the body. This mucus can build up in the digestive system, making it harder to absorb nutrients and helping problems like reflux, heartburn, and gut issues to pop up. On top of that, a big chunk of the adult population is lactose intolerant without knowing it, which can cause discomfort like bloating, gas, and diarrhea. Milk can also overload the kidneys and contribute to toxins building up in the body. If you want to improve your digestion and cut down on inflammation, the best bet is to replace dairy products with plant-based milks like coconut milk, almond milk, or cashew milk, and use cheeses made from nuts. Refined vegetable oils, the hidden danger in the kitchen. A lot of people reckon that vegetable oils like soy, canola, and corn oil are healthy, but the reality is dead set different. These oils go through an aggressive factory process that destroys their nutrients and oxidizes their fats, making them highly inflammatory for the body. Having too many refined oils can clog arteries, harm the liver, and boost the risk of heart diseases. Dr. Hiromi Shinya recommended completely avoiding these oils and instead going for natural and healthy alternatives like extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, and avocado oil. If you want to protect your body from inflammation, swap out refined oils for natural and cold-pressed options straight away.
Refined sugar, the fuel for diseases. White sugar is one of the worst modern poisons. Dr. Hiromi Shinya warned that having too much sugar feeds bad bacteria in the gut, causes bad fermentation, and leads to a process called dysbiosis, which puts the whole gut flora out of whack. On top of that, refined sugar is directly linked to an increase in blood glucose, helping diseases like type 2 diabetes, obesity, and even cancer to pop up. It also causes energy spikes followed by extreme tiredness, leaving the body more vulnerable to inflammation and infections. If you want a healthier alternative, you can swap refined sugar for natural options like pure honey, dates, or coconut sugar, but always in moderation. Ultra-processed foods, the big villain of modern health. Filled biscuits, chips, fast food, soft drinks, sausages, and tinned food are easy, but they're wrecking people's health. These products contain colours, preservatives, flavourings, and a heap of chemicals that mess with digestion and weaken the immune system. Dr. Hiromi Shinya always warned that ultra-processed foods destroy the gut microbiota, killing the good bacteria that protect our system. This opens the door for chronic inflammation, gut issues, and an accelerated aging of cells. The best way to protect your health is to avoid these products and focus on natural foods. Go for fresh foods rich in fibre and nutrients like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. What you can do today to save your gut. Now that you know what foods are rotting inside your gut and helping diseases to pop up, it's time to act. The first step is to cut down as much as you can on these foods and swap them out for natural and beneficial options for your system. Small changes can bring big transformations to your health and quality of life. And I want to know from you, which of these foods do you have the most of in your day-to-day life? Have you felt any of the symptoms I mentioned here? Write in the comments because I want to know your experience. How is the gut linked to all diseases? Mate, how do you feel day to day? Tired for no reason? Sore joints? Memory problems? Trouble losing weight? If you reckon these problems have no connection to the gut, I need to tell you a truth that modern medicine took a long time to get. All diseases start in the gut. Dr. Hiromi Shinya was one of the pioneers to prove that the gut isn't just a digestive organ, but the center of our health. A healthy gut is able to prevent diseases, while an inflamed gut can trigger serious problems, from autoimmune diseases, cancer, and obesity to depression and heart diseases. And now I'm going to show you how this happens, and most importantly, what you can do to stop this problem. The gut is your second brain. Have you ever heard that the gut is the body's second brain? That statement is no exaggeration. The gut has millions of neurons and makes more than 90% of serotonin, which is the happiness hormone.
Now, imagine your gut is inflamed. It loses the ability to make this stuff correctly, and the result of that is anxiety, stress, irritation, and even depression. Dr. Hiromi Shinya warned that a lot of people who battle with emotional issues and constant tiredness are actually dealing with a gut that's poisoned from a bad diet. If you feel frequent mood swings, have trouble sleeping, and are constantly knackered, it could be that your problem is in your digestive system and not just in your mind.
Inflamed gut and autoimmune diseases. The gut has a key job in defending the body. Around 70% of our immune system is in the gut. Now imagine what happens when your diet is full of sugars, refined flours, processed vegetable oils and ultra-processed foods. These substances attack the gut wall, creating small injuries. Over time, these injuries create a problem called leaky gut syndrome. This means that the gut, which should be a protective barrier, starts to let toxins and poorly digested food particles get into the bloodstream. The body sees these particles as invaders and starts to attack, creating constant inflammation. This can trigger autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, lupus, and even neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. If you have body aches for no reason, constant allergies, or any autoimmune disease, it could be that your gut is sending out a warning. Gut and cancer. Another very serious warning from Dr. Hiromi Shinya was about the link between an inflamed gut and the risk of cancer, especially colon and stomach cancer. Studies show that people who have processed meats, too much dairy, and foods rich in preservatives have a much higher risk of developing these types of cancer. This happens because these foods create an environment that's good for cancer cells to grow, as well as helping bad bacteria to multiply and release toxins inside the gut. If you want to protect yourself, the first step is to cut down as much as you can on processed sausages, fried foods, and ultra-processed foods, and go for natural foods rich in fibre. Gut and heart diseases. Did you know that a sick gut can wreck your heart? When the gut is inflamed, it boosts the levels of bad cholesterol and triglycerides, which helps fatty plaques to build up in the arteries. This increases the risk of high blood pressure, heart attacks, and strokes. On top of that, gut inflammation can cause insulin resistance, one of the main factors that leads to the development of type 2 diabetes, another disease that's directly linked to heart complications. If you want to protect your heart, you need to start with your gut. The difference between a healthy gut and a sick gut. Now, I want you to imagine two situations. In the first one, we have a healthy gut. It has a balanced microbiota, which is rich in good bacteria, and its gut wall is strong and protected. As a result, the body absorbs nutrients better, digestion happens efficiently, and the immune system works correctly. In the second situation, we have an inflamed gut. It's full of bad bacteria, making toxins and leaving its gut barrier weak. As a result, the body is in a constant state of inflammation, which makes it easier for chronic diseases to pop up. The difference between a healthy gut and a sick gut is in your daily habits. If you're feeling tired, have body aches, gut problems, or trouble losing weight, don't ignore the signs. Your gut could be begging for a hand.
The 3 essential principles of Dr. Hiromi Shinya to heal the body. Mate, now that you've got your head around how the gut is linked to all diseases and what foods are rotting inside your system, it's time to talk about the solutions. Dr. Hiromi Shinya didn't just figure out the problems, he also developed simple and effective principles to get back your health and strengthen your system. These principles are based on science, thousands of clinical cases, and watching the longest living people in the world. Now, I'm going to share with you the 5 essential principles of Dr. Hiromi Shinya to transform your health and avoid diseases. And the best bit, they're easy changes to make, which can bring surprising results. First principle, drink quality water. The water you drink could be healing or poisoning your system. Dr. Hiromi Shinya always highlighted that the quality of water is crucial for health. The problem is that most people drink water that's contaminated or has too many chemicals like chlorine and fluoride, which harm the gut microbiota. The solution? Alkaline and good quality water. Alkaline water has a higher pH and helps to neutralize the body's acidity, cut down on inflammation, and improve digestion. On top of that, proper hydration boosts blood flow, how the kidneys work, and even the springiness of your skin.
If you want to start improving your health right now, do this. Drink at least 2 litres of pure water a day. If you can, use a good quality filter to get rid of impurities. Avoid drinking water during meals as this waters down the digestive acids and messes with digestion. Second principle, avoid foods that cause putrefaction in the gut. If you have a habit of eating processed meats, sausages, and processed foods, you should know that these foods take hours to be digested and end up fermenting inside the gut, producing toxic gases and overloading the liver. Dr. Hiromi Shinya always warned that digesting meat can take up to 72 hours, which is enough time for proteins to break down and release inflammatory substances in the body. If you want to protect your gut and stop this problem, swap out processed meats for plant proteins like lentils and chickpeas. Rich in iron and proteins, they help to strengthen muscles and improve digestion. Quinoa has all the essential amino acids and is an excellent source of energy. Tofu and tempeh, they are healthy and easy to make plant-based alternatives. You don't have to cut out meat completely, but cut down on how much you have and always go for more natural meats like fresh fish and avoid processed meats. Third principle, chew correctly. Did you know that digestion starts in the mouth? Dr. Hiromi Shinya noticed that most people don't chew their food properly, and this wrecks the whole digestion process. When you eat fast and don't chew well, the stomach has to work a lot harder to break down the food. This can cause heartburn, reflux, gas, and even overload the liver. So, Dr. Hiromi Shinya's recommendation is to chew each mouthful at least 30 times before swallowing. It might seem like a lot, but this helps you to absorb nutrients better and makes digestion easier. If you feel a heavy gut, burning, or are constipated, try this simple habit and notice the difference in your health.
The secret recipe from the Blue Zones. Mate, if you've made it this far, congrats. It shows you're a different kind of person who genuinely looks for knowledge to live longer and better. While a lot of people just accept living with aches, fatigue, and diseases, you're here, ready to transform your health. And as promised, now I'm going to reveal a 100% natural recipe kept under wraps by the old-timers of the Blue Zones. This isn't a common recipe, but a real longevity elixir that can help to restore gut health, improve digestion, cut down on inflammation, and strengthen the immune system. Secret recipe of the Blue Zones. Gut Restoring Tonic. This tonic is a powerful combo of natural ingredients made to detoxify the system, improve digestion, and boost immunity. Ingredients: 1 tablespoon of fresh grated ginger, 1 tablespoon of fresh grated turmeric or 1 teaspoon of powder, 1 tablespoon of pure honey, juice of half a lemon, 200 milliliters of warm water. How to make it? Heat the water until it's warm, without boiling. The ideal temperature is just enough to dissolve the ingredients without destroying their good compounds. Add the grated ginger and turmeric to the warm water and mix well. Let the mixture sit for 5 to 10 minutes so the nutrients are fully extracted. Strain the mixture to get rid of the solid bits of ginger and turmeric. Add the lemon juice and honey, mixing until the honey is completely dissolved. Drink it while it's still warm for better absorption. Best time to have it. To get the most benefits, this tonic should be had in the morning, on an empty stomach. This lets the active ingredients get straight into your gut, without other foods getting in the way. If you prefer, you can also have it before main meals, which helps with digestion and stops unwanted fermentation in the stomach. A heads up, who shouldn't have this recipe? Even though this recipe is super good for the majority of people, some groups should be careful. People with stomach ulcers or severe gastritis should avoid having ginger and lemon often, as they can increase stomach sensitivity. Pregnant and breastfeeding women should talk to a health professional before having turmeric regularly, as it can supercharge uterine contractions. People who are taking blood thinners should avoid having too much turmeric and ginger, as these ingredients can supercharge the effect of the meds. We've made it to the end of this video, and if you've stuck with me this far, congrats! You're part of a select group of people who genuinely care about their health and are keen to find valuable information to live longer and better. Today, you learnt that the gut is the center of your health, and that the way you eat can determine if you're going to have a long and healthy life,
or if you're going to battle with chronic diseases and constant inflammation. We talked about the foods that are rotting inside your gut, the ones that seem harmless but are actually slowly destroying your system. We also learnt the 5 essential principles of Dr. Hiromi Shinya, which can completely transform your health just by tweaking your diet and your daily habits. And lastly, as promised, I revealed the secret recipe from the Blue Zones, a natural and powerful tonic that can restore your gut, improve your digestion, and strengthen your immune system. Now, I want to know from you, what city are you watching this video from? Write it here in the comments so I can send you a special shout out and see how far this message is reaching. And I want to ask you one more question. From 0 to 10, what rating would you give this video? Your opinion is very important so I can keep bringing you valuable content. Now, I want to give you a special invitation. If you really want to improve your health and put this knowledge into practice, write here in the comments, I choose to look after my gut and transform my health. This simple statement strengthens your commitment to yourself, and science has already proven that when we say our intentions out loud in public, we make our chances of putting them into practice a lot better. If this video made sense to you, leave your like now. That helps me a lot to keep bringing you quality content, and also makes it so more people can be reached with this information. And don't keep this knowledge just for yourself. Send this video to that person you love and who needs to look after their health. I'm certain that they'll thank you for sharing something so valuable. Now, if you want to keep learning and discover more secrets about how to get rid of diseases and strengthen your body, I've picked out 2 videos that I'm certain you'll love. They have rich and practical knowledge to transform your life. Click on one of them now and keep going on this journey of learning. Catch you in the next video.